Starting with Alias 2024.1, the Dynamo versions shipping with Alias have a change select from Alias node. This new node does not only have a change behavior, but also a new name to make it distinguishable from the old node. Hi folks, I'm Gigi, and in this video I will talk about why this node has changed, how it has changed, why it breaks backward compatibility in certain cases, and how to fix that. So let's get started. The old select from Alias node had the following issue. If you only had one entity selected and sent it to Dynamo, then it wouldn't arrive there in a list structure, but instead as a single entity. However, if you had multiple elements selected, then they would arrive in a list structure. For most of the simple script, this isn't an issue. But if you have more complex script where you have to apply list operations across several lists, at some point you're usually forced to tell Dynamo onto which level of a list you want to apply your node action. And once you're in this stage here, then your script would only work either for your multiple selection. For example, this here, let's say it's the level 3 access. But once you only have one element selected, all of a sudden you would need the level 2 access instead. So long story short, your script would only work for one of the two scenarios, either for one element selected or for multiple, but never for both. The new select from Alias node doesn't have this issue. Even if you only have a single entity selected, it will arrive on the Dynamo side as a list, and this is why the new node is called select from Alias as list. This, however, means that if you are writing a new script with a Dynamo of Alias version 2024.1 or newer, that this won't work in any Alias version 2024.0 and older. So here I'm going to show you a workaround if you want to have both the stable behavior, but still you want to be able to use your Dynamo script in all kind of different versions of Alias. So here we are having two of the old select from Alias nodes, one having two entities selected with a list structure and one only having one selected without a list structure. If you browse to your installation directory of Alias, you will find the following Dynamo script. Going to Dynamo, sample files, and here on this level you will have a useful nodes, and there, depending on your Alias version, this will also have a different version, most likely. This is a dump of Dynamo nodes which I found practical to have. And one of those is the ensure list structure Python node. So you select this one. Let's use the hotkey on the keyboard, Control C. And then you go back to your original file. And here you paste it twice for both nodes. And then if you're connecting both of these nodes, you'll find the following, that even though these nodes have a different structure, then after using the Python node, they will have the same list structure independent from the number of entities. So if you're using this Python node in combination with the old select from Alias node, you have the stable behavior, but this one can be used across multiple Alias versions regardless of the Dynamo version and regardless of the select from Alias or the select from Alias as list node. So I hope you found this video useful, and see you in the next one.